Hello everyone, I am Lavanya R and I am going to talk about my first paper, Intravenous Drip Rate Controlling and Monitoring for Risk-Free IV Delivery, that I published in IJERT under Mohammad Arfan sir, my guide and project head. Intravenous drip mode, that is IV drip mode, is one of the most used modes for drug delivery. It delivers the drug into the blood circulation directly. It is widely used because of its advantages like its affordability, safety, effectiveness, and speed of delivery of pharmacological substances and other fluids. Though IV is an effective tool, yet many complications can arise if it is not done right. Numerous complications like biochemical disturbance, hemodilution, renal impairment, hypersensitivity, etc. can occur as a result of fluid therapy. Hence, monitoring and controlling the drip rate of IV fluid becomes very crucial because any slightest change in the drip rate of IV fluid might cause severe side effects. In this paper, we discuss the advantages and risks of IV drip set, importance of IV drip rate and how it differs from the preset value, drawbacks of current infusion pumps, existing infusion monitoring devices and their limitations, need for next generation IV drip set. According to the stakeholders' feedback, the following conclusions can be drawn, which are represented by the following figures. As the first figure says, there are very few nurses in hospital, which means that they have to handle multiple patients at the same time, and they cannot spend most of the time keeping track of the IV fluid or monitoring patients' drip rate or any other changes that might lead to serious complications. And hence, with the help of IV monitoring and controlling device, their job could be simplified to a great extent. We can also see that the blood backflow happens very often, and that is a major concern, and it can also be avoided by the help of monitoring device. This device would make the nurse's job easier up to 81%. On the figure to our right, the statistics show that the monitoring of IV fluid is inevitable. This tells us that we need an accurate and automated IV monitoring and controlling system. Before we proceed to advantages and risks of IV drip set, let us understand a little bit about the IV therapy and the drip set itself. There are a range of medical conditions which require intravenous therapy, including severe fluid loss, dehydration, pneumonia, electrolyte imbalance, high fever, etc. Substances that are usually administered through intravenous route includes buffer solutions, nutrition, blood-based products, volume expanders, blood substitutes, etc. This IV therapy is done using IV drip set. Drip set consists of a fluid reservoir and a capillary tube of fixed diameter for fluid to pass through, called a drip chamber, and the drops formed will drip from the tube into the chamber when they reach a certain volume. To produce a fixed number of drops per unit time, the clinician adjusts the flow rate. Now let us see the advantages of IV drip set. Immediate therapeutic effects is achieved due to rapid delivery of fluid to target sites. And also some substances cause pain and irritation when given subcutaneously or intramuscularly. A few drugs can only be absorbed by intravenous route. In intravenous therapy, the bioavailability of medication is 100%. And also, they are relatively inexpensive, and it is the best method if the patient cannot tolerate drugs by oral or any other route. Now let us see what are the risks involved in IV therapy. The most common complication is phlebitis, that is inflammation of the vein. Extravasation occurs when the liquid in the IV leaks to the tissue surrounding the vein. Air embolism is when air gets trapped in the vein. Increased drip rate might cause hypervolemia, that is abnormal increase in blood volume. Default monitoring device might lead to improper dose adjustment, which can cause a medication error. Particulate contamination, chemical contamination, and microbes contamination, all these contamination can lead to infection. In IV therapy, drip rate plays a very crucial role. Medication error may lead to underinfusion or overinfusion. India and many other developing countries have hospitals massively overcrowded and are understaffed. Uniform size of bags adds to the problem. 1 liter and 500 ml is most common in the developing world, but these packs are too large for infants and children who need only a part of that fluid. Now that we understand how vital it is to maintain the required drip rate, let us understand what are the factors that might vary the drip rate. The drip rate set by the nurse can change due to various reasons. A few are listed below. Composition, concentration, viscosity of the fluid in the reservoir, changes in patient's position, height of the reservoir above the patient, etc. Drawbacks of the current infusion pump. In resource-rich settings, infusion pumps are used to provide IV therapy, but they have few drawbacks, like they require high maintenance, they are complex systems which are hard to set up and maintain, constant electrical power is required to operate them, they require specific infusion sets, they are bulky, they are expensive, etc. Few attempts were made to overcome the drawbacks. The traditional method of infusion was replaced by using embedded system technology, a system for detecting the variations in light transmission between a LED and a photodiode placed around IV drip chamber to monitor IV drops. This system was designed to run with a battery, but it does not have a battery regulator to save the battery power. Another IV drip monitor based on optical sensor called AccuFlow was commercialized, and the device displays the flow rate and has alarms which operate when the rate deviates from preset value. Few drip rate monitoring devices already exist, like Drip Assist, AutoClamp, Drip Alert, etc., which are accurate and stable fluid infusion devices. These devices monitor the drip rate and alarms to indicate if there is any deviation from the preset value of drip rate. Conclusion can be drawn that out of all the existing products, that existing approaches are limited to measuring of drip rate. It is clear from above mentions that an accurate, automated system to monitor and control fluid administration through IV drips, which can be applied at home as well as at clinics under limited resource setting by respective caregivers to prevent associated complications, is necessary. Only by tackling the problems encountered in the usage of IV drip, minimizing its complications and improvising its accuracy, we shall be able to provide the required care to the patients. The device should not only be simple to use but also cost effective and affordable to all human strata. I thank Mohammad Arfan sir for being compatible and helping me write this paper with his perpetual enthusiasm and hard work. I also thank B-Automate India Private Limited, my family and friends for their constant support. At last, I want to thank Professor Pallavi Kulkarni for guiding and mentoring me. Thank you.